Hi folks, welcome to my regulars and to those of you who may be walking through the door for the first time. On this episode of Hit the Mahogany, we are going to be doing a cracker of a cocktail. What is it that there's plenty of that's usually left over after a Christmas dinner? No, we're not going to do a turkey cocktail. What we are going to do is we're going to do something that's actually based on cranberries. Cranberry sauce, to be exact. So, on this episode, we are going to be doing the Northern Lights Sparkling Cocktail. Alright, said it was a bit of a cracker. Everybody know what one of these are? This is actually called a cracker. If you are certainly not a derogatory term for a white person, but used at Christmas time round about the table, after you finish your appetizers, you pull one of these open, and inside it goes bang! Bang! And then there's a paper hat comes out and a little toy, and they're very popular in the UK. Great thing, we've got them over here as well once you can find them. So anyway, that's what we call a Christmas cracker. Any Christmas is a cracker though, ain't it? Alright, I actually made one of these before. I'm talking about the ingredients here. I just jumped ahead there, just freaking went ahead. It's cranberry sauce that's used in this. Now what I've actually got here is, I know a lot of people, particularly over here in the US, actually I don't know, maybe even the UK as well, may buy tinned cranberry sauce. And over here there's this thing that's called jellied cranberry sauce. So I thought I'd try it with this one. There are some brands, some are sweeter, some are better than others. If you want to make homemade cranberry sauce, I'll put a recipe in the down below in the description below here for homemade cranberry sauce. One that's actually cranberries, a little bit of orange juice, as much sugar, and to sweeten it or keep it as tarty as you want, and a bit of cinnamon in there, a couple of cloves. And then once it's cooled a little bit, you actually mix in a little bit of port in it. So that's a port and orange cranberry sauce. It's absolutely fantastic. And I have made this cocktail before with that. And I can say if you go that extra length to make that homemade cranberry sauce, it kicks it to another level. But so what we're going to do though, on this one, we're actually going to use the jellied cranberry that comes out of the... when you slide that out of the can, even me just saying that, slide it out of the can, it just doesn't ring right. It really, really doesn't ring right. But anyway, we'll move forward. Let's see how this one's actually going to taste. It's actually okay, to be honest. It's very good. Now, Northern Lights actually calls for gin. I know some of you out there actually like vodka. So what I'm going to do, I've tried it with the gin. I'm going to try it with the vodka as well. Now, the reason it goes well with the gin is the sort of the botanicals in... Oh, look at that, the botanist. Imagine me using that word there. But the botanicals that you have within the gin pair very nicely with the cranberry sauce as well, and actually give a little bit more of that Christmas festive scent to it. You know, the same way glühwein. Oh, glühwein, a bit of marketing there. Did that video as well. If you want to do one of those, you can go and do the glühwein as well. That's why actually I haven't done a video for a while. Because we're in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and then I was down in New York, went to an LCD sound system gig. So, been busy weekends, haven't been able to do anything, drank plenty of glühwein, beers, spirits, you name it, done it. So, getting back to this though, gin does go very well with this, but what we'll do is we'll try it with the vodka, and we'll see how that works out as well. Alright, I'm going to keep prepping actually with the ingredients. I did say it's sparkling cocktail, sparkling wine. What you want to do is you actually want to use a dry wine for this. You don't want anything that's sweet, because what that's going to do is it's going to offset the balance of the tartness and the sweetness already that you have in there. So you actually want a dry wine. Most of the cocktails that you actually do, a dry wine works better. I'm using cava here, but any kind of brut. Of course you could use champagne. What the hell, it's Christmas! Maybe you're having one before New Year as well, and you've got some just extra champagne lying around. So let's get the foil off this first of all. I'm showing people, how do you open one of these without taking, well, number one, without it foaming all over the place. I am not a Formula 1 driver, So because of that, I haven't won anything. So I haven't actually had the opportunity to spray champagne over myself, or over anybody else, for that matter. I do know there are people that pay good money to go into champagne rooms for various things as well, but we're not going to spoil a good bit of cava on that, or any champagne actually. So the best thing to do with this is, if you're actually trying to work out what's the easiest way to get this cork out of here without it going crazy, it's actually just a towel, hold the cork, and then turn the bottle itself. And as you're turning it, you're just lifting the cork up a little bit, and ta-da! As easy as that. It was a bit of a, it's not SBD, silent but deadly, it was a little bit of a there. Not exactly the sound that you want for celebrations, but that is how you get the cork out without doing any damage to anybody's eyesight. Alright, we've got everything ready. Nice Christmas coloured one. What we'll do is we'll do the gin in one and the vodka in the other. So this is 1 ounce of your base spirit. I know it's not much, but remember you are actually putting wine in this as well. Okay, 1 ounce. Of course you can make these as strong as you want. Pretty. As long as you keep the balance or the ratios reasonably close together. Here, we'll use some vodka. There we go, 1 ounce of the vodka. I know I'm using the same jigger, but there's not going to be too much of a mix there. Alright, we need to balance it with citrus. So we need, what we're going to do is 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. There we go, half in each one. Now, I've got simple syrup here. I did taste this jellied. It makes me think of jellied eels or something like that as well, which is, here's my jellied cranberry sauce. I did taste it. It's not actually too sweet. So you need to adjust this. So it does ask for 1/2 ounce of simple syrup, this cocktail. This is a little bit sweeter. The homemade cranberry sauces generally make a little bit tartar. You want a bit of kick there. Just doesn't seem right going sweet, you know, too sweet. So this is a fraction sweeter. It's not sweet. But I'm going to put in 1/4 ounce in simple syrup there instead of 1/2 ounce. Each one, it's a cocktail. Angostura bitters. 2 dashes in each. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Check that there. I thought the little nozzle thing had come off there. That would have been pretty bad show. Okay, you are looking for probably about a couple of teaspoons worth. About that amount there, okay? In we go. Do the same here. About that amount there. That's it. Now you're not going to shake this with your sparkling wine. That's not going to be too clever. We have our ice here. We're going to chill this down. Now if you want to, you know what, somebody did actually ask me about batched cocktails for Christmas. So what you could do is you could actually mix this up beforehand, put it in a container in the fridge and just keep it chilled in there. Definitely something that you could do, okay? Alright, there we go. Let's shake up number 1, the gin. That's one. Let's move over to the vodka. Vodka, all done. Alright. Now, there are bits in your cranberry sauce, particularly if you are using whole cranberry. So you're wanting to double strain this, okay? Out of the way, lid off this one. And I can see bits there. So we are going to double strain this into our flutes. Crazy. Good grief. And as we can see, that is interesting. Because of all the material in there, it's clogged up my Holy mackerel. Didn't happen the last time. Let's get this in here. Double strainer's actually clogged up. Now there we go. What are we going to do here? Let's just keep working this out. This is a very fine double strainer, it is fair to say. But this is why you're actually doing this. I've still got, oops, don't want that one. Still got a lot in here actually, hold on. Alright, I'm going to tip this out. Don't mind me, just get on with what you're doing. We'll strain the rest of this in. Alright, that was our gin. Let's get our vodka one in here now. Do this a little bit slower, this one. Let's help us through. Alright, I just went up there, cleaned these up a little bit. Okay. Homemade, I can tell you the homemade cranberry sauce is not as bad as that. Okay, alright. We've got our gin one in here, we've got our vodka one in here. Bloody hell, what a lot of work for a drink, eh? Jeez. Alright, sparkling wine. 2 to 3 ounces. You know what? Whatever you want. Get that in there. Settle a bit. Oh, come all ye faithful. It's Christmas! And that's slayed that one there, eh? Alright. Good colour. Of course, garnish as well. You could just pop a cranberry in there, just float it on the top. Or, boop, boop. Oh, cranberries like that. Isn't that so cute? Alright. Let's give these, oh. There we go. Northern Lights sparkling cocktail. Alright, let's give these a wee taste then. Vodka one first. I went down the wrong way. It's wine, cranberry, nice tartness there, not too sweet. Thing is, the cranberry's coming through just softly, not major. When I did the one, oh god, you're going to be bored shitless with this. When I did the homemade cranberry sauce, if you get a really good quality one, you're going to get more of that cranberry flavour coming through. It's nice, it's not offensive, unlike me. Gin one, let's go with the, actually that was vodka one, let's go with the gin one. Gin one rounds out the flavours. Definitely, you're now getting a lot of that, as I said, the botanicals, got the herbs, some of the spices, their poifer's going to be in there, you know. Just gives a little bit more of that festive, festive flavour to it there. So, either way, you're going to enjoy it. It's nice, it's actually very light, to be honest. You're not going to offend anybody. If you say to somebody, have a cranberry sauce cocktail, like, I don't know if I want this, but hey, sparkling wine, there's a little bit of vodka in it, or a little bit of gin in there, a little bit of citrus just to cut through everything, and just a touch of sweetness at the end. Very inoffensive. Nobody is not going to not like it. Not. Everybody's going to like this one, I think. Alright, so, here we go. Alright, cheers and enjoy your Northern Light cocktails. Gin gets my vote, but you go for whatever you want. Cheers.